At first, people thought it was just another argument outside a nightclub. Loud voices, a few insults, nothing unusual. But seconds later, a car mounted the pavement, and witnesses say it didn't stop. By the time it was over, one woman was fighting for her life, and another was about to be charged with murder. This is Crime in the Shadows, bringing you real cases, real stories, and events that happened in between. If you are about that, subscribe to our channel.
To understand how it got this far, you have to understand who they were. Klaudia Zakrzewska, known online as Klaudiaglam, 32 years old, a growing influencer with a carefully curated life, fashion, lifestyle, aesthetic perfection. To her followers, everything looked effortless. Then there was Gabrielle Carrington, also 29, also in the public eye, a former contestant on the X Factor UK, confident, recognizable, used to attention. Two women, moving in similar spaces, but on one night in April 2026, their paths crossed in a way no one could have predicted. It was late, the kind of night where the streets are crowded, music spills out of every doorway, and everything feels just slightly out of control. Outside a nightclub in Soho, London, something unexpected took place. Witnesses noticed an argument. At first, nothing serious. But then voices got louder. People started turning to look. And here's where the story starts to split. Some say it was brief. Others insist it had been building all night. No one can agree on what was said, but everyone agrees on one thing. It didn't end there. Because instead of walking away, someone went back to a car.
What happened next took seconds, but it changed everything. The engine started, the headlights turned, and then the car moved toward the pavement. Not the road, the pavement. People scattered. Some jumped out of the way. Others froze. And in the middle of it, Klaudia. She was hit. Witnesses say she was dragged, pinned, and trapped in a moment that felt unreal. Two others were injured, a security guard and another woman nearby. And just like that, what started as an argument became something far more serious. At first, there was confusion. Was it an accident? Panic? Loss of control? But then, the footage surfaced. CCTV. Multiple angles. Investigators began slowing it down, frame by frame. And something didn't add up. Because if this was accidental, why did the car change direction? Why mount the pavement? Why continue forward? Witness statements started coming in, some conflicting, some emotional. But patterns began to form. And then, another detail emerged. Alcohol. Reports indicated Gabrielle had been drinking and was over the legal limit. Now the questions got heavier. Was this reckless? Or something more deliberate? Moments like this don't come out of nowhere. They build, slowly, silently, until something breaks. In high-pressure social environments, especially public ones, arguments can escalate faster than expected. Add alcohol, add attention, add emotion, and the line between reaction and intention starts to blur. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Not every violent act is planned, but not every act is accidental either. Sometimes it exists in that dangerous space in between. A split-second decision with permanent consequences.
For days, Klaudia fought to survive. In critical condition, doctors working around the clock. And then, On April 25th, 2026, she died. And everything changed. What was once an attempted murder case was now a murder charge. The legal stakes shifted instantly, and so did public perception. Because now, this wasn't just about what happened in those seconds. It was about responsibility, intent, and consequence.
Today, the case is still being examined. Evidence, footage, testimony, all trying to answer one question. What really happened in those final moments? Was it a loss of control or a decision made in anger? 2 lives changed forever. One ended, and one now defined by a single night.
And this is where it turns to you. Because the footage tells one story, but interpretation tells another. Do you think this was intentional? Or a moment that spiraled out of control? Where do you draw the line between accident and accountability? Let me know what you think.